Johnny, it's great to have you back here again at Barbary. Welcome to Barbary.
Mate, it's always a pleasure to be here. The plan today is to shoot some clays and get some instruction.
Exactly that. We're going to have a look at the new ShotCam Mini Gen 4, which is 33% lighter than the previous model.
I've been using ShotCam for like 4 years, 5 years. Smaller and lighter is definitely better for clay shooting, right? We're all worried and obsessed with the balance of our guns. Less weight on the front should make it handle more like it normally does.
Yeah, 100% obviously, and as you know, using the Gen 4 previously, it didn't really affect anything anyway, but I think a lot of people in their heads, right, this is smaller, it's lighter.
There's a perceived thing.
100%, exactly. So yeah, we're going to put it through its paces and have a bit of fun and see if we can get it hit a few clays.
Starting today, we're going to look at true pairs. True pairs for me and a lot of people scare you, right? We can all shoot a single, we can all shoot a report pair. True pairs adds a pressure.
Definitely, and I think when we look at single targets, we think, right, I've got my, my pickup point, my hold point, my kill point, and so on. And then all of a sudden, when we sort of put two targets together, sometimes our brain gets a bit frazzled. We're like, a lot of the times, true pairs are fairly obvious which way around to shoot. But sometimes there's that moment of doubt where you're like, actually, which way around should I shoot them? And where do I start? Which one do I kill first? Etc.
Puts you out your comfort zone. You might have to kill something quicker, which is something I'm interested in today, right? I know my methods on most singles, but when it comes to true pairs, understanding which methods to choose and some of the alternative methods you need is going to be fascinating to learn.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, trying to make those, what we say, our comfort zones, let's broaden our comfort zones. Let's make shooting something early or shooting something late also part of our comfort zone. And that will become a big help when we come to shooting true pair targets.
All right, should we look at them?
Let's have a look. Something we're going to come on to in a second. Let's go through these targets as single targets first, so we can see how we approach them as singles, get you to shoot a few, and then we can start to put some true pairs together.
Perfect, and just shoot these is usually word where it's easiest.
100%, so where your comfortable zone is, your comfortable kill point, that's what we're going to pick, and we're going to go from there. The MIDI income and the D-Bird there.
This is a Batu target.
Yeah. As single targets, relatively straightforward.
You'd walk in thinking if that was a report pair, you'd straight it.
100%. In sporting clays, English sporting clays, when we come to a station and it may say 4 true pairs or whatever, obviously as a shooter you'll be entitled to see the simultaneous but the true pair.
Twice,
exactly. So that gives you the option when we decide which way around we want to shoot them, we can look at them both ways around. Obviously, most true pairs, it's fairly obvious which way around you want to kill them. Right,
but not always like this.
Correct, and that's when you're going to say, right, I'll look at it this way around and I'll look at it this way around.
So use both pairs to see the timing properly on each.
Yeah, and everyone has a personal preference on this. I personally would look at it kind of like the wrong way around first and then look at it the right way around.
To see how feasible it would be.
Yeah, and then because ultimately seeing the second pair, that's the way around I want to shoot it. So that's the sort of sighting I want.
That's the last thing in your brain.
Exactly.
Okay.
Listen, that's a personal preference, and what I'd say to people, everyone's mind works differently, so it is a personal preference, but that's how I would do it. So let's have a look at it as a true pair now.
Well, bang, bang. It's got to be the MIDI first, right?
So this is where we could say, right, you're going to think it's the MIDI first. I might turn around and say, well, I think you shoot the Batu first. It is a personal preference on what is your comfort zone and you feel comfortable with the timing of. Okay.
Which to me, that MIDI presents itself earlier, ergo I can start a move with a bit more authority.
Cool, so let's go that way first and we can have a look at it. We may be correct and we'll leave it at that. Let's have a look at it, let's break it down from there, okay?
Okay.
So straight away, what do you feel is the problem there?
Actually, by the time you pull the trigger on that first, you're into a rush shooting that second one before it hits the floor. My attack on the first wasn't confident enough to give me time on the second.
Yeah, and actually, if I say to you, right, so on the Batu type target there, we killed the first target, made a transition to the second one. What's the move you've made from that second target to the kill point?
I shorted it, went in with the static gun, didn't give it enough.
100%, yeah, because you think, oh, I've got to make a shot of this, then we try and measure and we check. Actually, I don't think there's necessarily an issue with the way we shot them in terms of which way round. I think a lot of it's the timing of the shot from the first kill point to the second kill point. So instead of hanging out in front of the target, we're actually going to make sure we kill the MIDI, let the Batu pass the gun, and then go into our lead from there.
Really break it into 2 separate moves.
And there's a lot less hesitation, and it's just trusting your eyes and confidence.
Yeah.
And that's what all our shooting is about, is confidence and timing and trusting our eyes.
Less panic.
Yeah, the moment the grey matter gets involved, that's when it all goes wrong.
And that's going to happen more in a sim pair, generally speaking, because there's so much to process.
Yeah, and because you're you feel under pressure because you're out of your comfort zone, right? And it goes back to that thing we said earlier about being in a comfort zone and killing the target where you want to kill it. For me, I think that obviously a lot of it's depending on targets, but for the majority of targets I would suggest to shoot, letting the clay beat the gun and coming from the back of the target is the safest way to shoot. It always means you've got the line of the bird and you've got the speed of the target. Obviously there are, exemptions we might say that shoot something slightly differently.
Well, you might need to spot shoot it.
If you're very short of time, but even then I think if your timing's on and you trust your eyes, you'll still get there. There's plenty of times where we've been in this scenario or a game shooting scenario or whatever where we've not seen a clay or not seen a bird come and we've gone, oh, there's a bird and we've killed it, right? How have we killed it? We don't really know, but it's all instinct and timing.
But it's not just instinct, right? There's a lot of training that goes into understanding the timing. This isn't just go in and trust your eyes and you magically hit. It's a case of trusting your eyes and your brain with all of the training you've done.
100%, and it's trusting your eyes in terms of the technique we're trying to apply. Yeah, and I think your timing is coming from the clay beating the gun and accelerating with the bird from there. And that's, as we've seen there, we've, in terms of the 2 kill points, the first battery we tried to shoot was somewhere down here, the second one we've killed up here.
Because we just
confidence.
trusted the move.
Yeah, exactly. And to me, if I looked at it, and actually as we looked at it as a single target, that's where you'd have shot it as a single, right?
Yeah.
Up near the top there. But at the moment, and we can still, what we're pointing out is by trusting our eyes and using our eyes, we can still kill it in the same place in the same pair.
I like what you said about expanding the comfort zone, because I'd be comfortable killing that anywhere.
Yeah.
But in an ideal world, you get hung up saying, that's my kill zone, that's where I need to kill it.
And I think you're more likely to make a mistake trying to make sure than just trusting your eyes, making sure with that the clay's got to come through the gun, the clay's got to come past the gun. Let's have a look at that pair of targets the other way around, just to see if it feels more comfortable, applying exactly the same process. Yeah, so we're going to let the clay beat the gun, accelerate through the line, and once we've killed the first one, let's keep our eyes looking for the second target, and as it comes past the gun, we're going back through it again.
Now, having shot that a couple of times, I probably would rescind my thing and say it might be better the other way around.
And this is what I'm saying, it's very easy when we look at true pairs to think, which way is the right way around to kill them? And we think it's that way, and actually until we put the gun on it, it's like, actually it's better the other way.
How often have you looked at a target and gone that, but as soon as you put 32 inches of steel in front of your face, it looks a very different thing?
100%. Let's have a go the other way around, Jones. We'll shoot the Batu first this time.
Out the left-hand side.
But massive hesitation, yeah? Exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
It's a relevant way you've tried to kill it. We've just hesitated on the target, held on the target, and not really made a move. Yeah, so let's go back into it again. Just
focus on the second move.
Trusting your eyes, just focus on the clay and just trust your eyes. Don't look for that gap, just trust your eyes and look at the target. Yeah, there's no hesitation between the shots.
Yep.
It's bang, clay beats the gun, bang.
So much trust and faith in that second shot because I wasn't thinking about the move as much as just doing the thing.
Yeah, and listen, your brain, you've shot enough, Johnny, and your brain knows lead and knows pictures. We don't need to question that and check that. Just trust your eyes. Your timing's good. Just trust your eyes. Make sure the clay comes through the gun and go. The issues they come into is, right, I've got to shoot a target quickly. So what happens is the whole point drops. Subconsciously, it just happens. We don't really think about it. It's happened. So the whole point drops or comes closer to our pickup point. We see a blur of the target and we move. The clay hasn't necessarily beaten the gun. We've not necessarily made the move we want to make. We think we have, but then all of a sudden we miss the target and we're like, well, the picture looked right.
Well, maybe your eyes have done the move, but your gun hasn't.
Exactly, because the gun, if our target's coming from here, yeah, our whole point naturally would be here, but actually think, I want to shoot it quicker. Our brain goes, well, I'll bring the whole point down so I can shoot it quicker. But it doesn't need to work like that. Leave the whole point where it was, just make sure the clay beats the gun. As soon as the clay beats the gun, then we can go. That's where we've got a connection and we've got our timing.
You're just trimming the natural move down a little bit.
And listen, and making it easier, making it more controlled and making it easier to repeat. Yeah, because there's less to do.
Thank you, mate.
Pleasure.
Never miss again.